Hello and welcome to Endnotes, the supplemental bi-weekly series from the Erie Reader, courtesy of Menagerie Studio, coming at you live on videotape. Let's just squeeze every bit of fun and sun out of this final August weekend. And it's been a lovely summer, hasn't it? Personally, this weekend I'll be at Nightlights Music Festival that is on the Heron Grounds at Sherman, New York. One of the kind of best ways that I can think of to cap off a wonderful festival season, with music running from Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, of course. But meanwhile, there's going to be tons of stuff in town to do. You can check out the 23rd Annual Zabawa Polish Festival at the Holy Trinity Roman Catholic Church. That is starting Friday at 5 p.m. and closing at 6 p.m. on Sunday, for all the delicious food and drink you could ever ask for. Or you could head up to the trackside at the brewery at Union Station for This American Song and Black Moon Mistress starting at 9 p.m. And if you get there even earlier, you can, and if you want to bring your dog, your favorite canine companion, you can go to Yappy Hour starting at 5 p.m. That's also at trackside. And Art Erie will host a group art show and charcuterie night and with wine pairings down at Brouhaha at the Colony Plaza, featuring many local artists showcasing their work. Meanwhile, Matthew Craze, Ducky, Pocket Mouse, Doc Proto, and more will be at 3B's for a show brought to you by The Box. And later on, stop over at Sherlock's for Nightjar, Detroit Red, Slaughter in the Meridian, and Revelation for a nice, good old-fashioned rock and roll show. And don't lose sight of the Wild Eyes at the King's Rook Club with Alyssa Henke and Jake the Hawk opening up the evening over there, and it should be fantastic. And so, bright and early at 9 a.m. on Saturday, the Erie Phil begs you to beat Beethoven with a 9 a.m. street fair and 5K run, along with a free concert that starts at 10. And also on Saturday, you can jam over to the Bayfront Convention Center and catch the final bout of the season for the Erie Roller Girls as they face off against Corey's Nightmares on Main Street. And if you've ever been to a roller derby event, that's worth checking out. And also go to Art After Hours at Scotty's Martini Lounge for Before the Baku, a collection of works from Wayward's Corey Thompson, the tattoo artist, displaying some of his finer arts and everything like that. And 6 Year Stretch will also be at the King's Rook Club, so check them out. And Saturday also we'll see Arboretum at the Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier, featuring 11 of Erie's best local purveyors of food and drink. And of course, that is Arboretum spelled with E-A-T. And at 9 a.m. on Sunday, North by Northwest kicks off a progressive summit featuring speakers and training sessions for the socially conscious and politically minded, and that will be brought to you by Keystone Progress. And for what will be a truly beautiful experience, very unique, Goodell Gardens is staging a Monarch Butterfly release on Sunday afternoon featuring music from Flora. And on Sunday, also August 27th, Betraying the Martyrs will be stopping in at BT with Currents, Into the Harbor, Mannequin, Familiar Dark, and Primal Scream Therapy supporting them. So if you are a metal fan, check that out. Meanwhile, the Erie County Fair at Wattsburg starts up on Monday, and that runs all throughout the week. And head down to the final 8 Great Tuesday of 2017 for Eric Brewer's Back to School Bash with the lovely 6 Year Stretch opening up that show. And our featured event of the weekend will be Josh Travis and his EP release at Basement Transmissions, and we are lucky enough to have him in the studio with us. Welcome, Josh.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, it's lovely to have you here, and you're going to play some songs for us. And,
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the EP that's being released?
So it's a 6-song EP. A few of the songs are full band, which I think really helped kind of shape the songs.
Yeah.
But it's still all rooted in, kind
of a singer-songwriter,
singer-songwriter sound.
Bass.
Yeah.
And so who's joining you for for the band?
So my girlfriend Rachel Heinrich is on piano, my brother Nick Travis on drums, and then Sam Cray, a friend of mine, is on electric guitar, Caden Gilson on bass, and I have a friend from Pittsburgh, Joanna Weissert, who will be playing cello.
Nice. That sounds lovely.
Yeah,
And
it's a full lineup.
are they going to be playing? Is it going to be a full band show on Saturday?
Yeah, so this set, it'll probably just be, most likely, just the EP front to back. So
Yeah.
half the set will be full band and the other half will be a little more stripped down.
And I've heard it's also like a kind of almost like half EP, half LP. It's like around 30 minutes.
It's some of the songs are pretty long.
Yeah.
A little longer than even my attention span has for them, but
Throw in a few of the extra verses, and
right.
then you're like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of verses and everything, anyone who will listen to you, as you'll about to hear, your lyrical content is some like the best around for my money around
Thank
this
you.
region. What are some of your favorite topics that you like to explore? Like,
Well, like with this EP, a lot of these songs were written. The songs are pretty old.
Okay.
They were written quite a while ago, and there's definitely some heavy Christian influence in the songwriting. There's a lot of kind of searching and doubting in these songs specifically. So I can still look back at these songs and still be able to relate to how I was feeling when I wrote them 5 or 6 years ago. So
the basic themes can translate for almost anything too in life. And do you think that did you set out with like a theme? I know the EP is called Landlocked, and the poster has like a boat on it, that I think Brian did, but Morganti. But is there any kind of overarching theme you set out for, or not so much?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely ended up being that kind of release, that kind of album or EP. Definitely almost ended up being kind of a concept release.
Kind of like an extended metaphor.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
But I think it kind of, a lot of that just naturally happened with, like I said, a lot of these songs were written around the same time and kind of around, the same topics. So that played a big part into the concept of them. I guess I just thought it could have used, it wouldn't have hurt to put a title that kind of tied them all together.
Right.
Even if it became, in some people's eyes, a concept album.
Right. Which for me, that's fine. I kind of love concept albums. And for me personally, I think like lyrics are my favorite thing. Some of my favorite bands and artists are super wordy, like scenarios and stuff
that's
like
definitely
that.
how some of these songs got, but
Which I definitely appreciate. And all right, so do you know what song you're gonna play today?
I'll probably do the first song on it, which on the recording it's full band, but I've done it acoustic plenty of times, but it definitely suits better with a full band. But the first song, The Flood, it's available on my website and floating around online right now.
On Bandcamp?
Yeah, on Bandcamp and on joshtravismusic.com.
Excellent.
Yep.
So please check out Josh, go to his show, get his music, get his EP, listen to it, and stick around. And also I'll just say thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. In 2 weeks we'll have another episode, and for a full list of events and everything going on, check out the Erie Reader's calendar page, and if you have an event of your very own, don't forget to click submit your event to the Erie Reader, and it will be in our issue and in our website and possibly here. So thank you very much, Josh.
Thank you.
And have a good one.
told us through the television stream that all we knew would be submerged and never seen. We filled the streets with hurried feet and worried heads that our daughters and our brothers and those we knew might soon be dead. And our anxious hearts, they spilled out into the city streets, fearing how we'll make it out, asking where to flee. What are we gonna do? I packed my family in the tallest story of my house. Nowhere to run, nothing to do but wait it out. And as the tension grew, I knew that all my fears were sinking in, that I could lose the ones I love. My strength is not enough to win. But then the water kissed the city with a quiet, gentle rage, rushing up against the buildings as our whole town was defaced. There was nothing I could do. These waves are crashing, but there's nothing I can do. Our home's not lasting, there's still nothing I can do. And out of all the things I've worked for, though I haven't worked for much, I see my life flash before me with a swift and mighty touch, as if everything I stand for and all that I believe has only been a crutch to get me through this messy scene. All these struggles to account for, mistakes to reconcile, but I'm only swimming upstream. I'm your less than perfect child. The floors are getting soft and my skin is getting pruned when I walk along to the sound of me forgetting you. I'm chasing the wind, I'm chasing the wind, chasing the wind. As the water fills up my home, I watch it wash away all the things I've worked for. Were they all in vain? The only thing that stood was you. Thank you.